Hey folks, my name is Joe Ellis, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Vidrovr, the video RPA company. For those of you who don't know, robotic process automation, or RPA, is one of the fastest growing industries in the world today. It's growing about 40% year over year compound annual growth, and it's making an incredible impact on the efficiency and the way that enterprises today do business. RPA is a general definition for types of algorithms that do repetitive back-end business tasks, like, for example, copying numbers from a spreadsheet into another spreadsheet, taking data from a form and filling it out and putting it into an email, or potentially helping with payroll and other types of such tasks. All of the data input for these type of tasks tend to be digital inputs. Those are things that are existing in a form, spreadsheet, coming through in code, anything like this. What Vidrovr believes and what we're building is that once we move out of the digital world, there are tons of tasks that can be automated through the most important and information-rich medium that we have access to today, and that's video. You're looking at television content, social video content, and there's so much information that is flowing both through those digital video mediums as well as real-time camera feeds and the tremendous amount of video content that's been created. So when we talk about video RPA, we want to take this incredibly important growing industry that's making a massive difference for companies today and bring that into the video world, where video is the input for RPA processes. And how do we do that? Vidrovr has been developed, and the technology has been developed over the past 10 years by actually understanding video in the way that humans do. We have a multimodal machine learning platform that doesn't just analyze frames, but analyzes frames, motion, audio, auxiliary metadata, or potential information that could be coming from Wikipedia or some other knowledge graph sources to provide a complete and really detailed view of what is appearing across a specific video feed. We then take those insights and help companies meet use cases that they have clearly defined through our vRPA platform. Today, that's helping companies manage misinformation risk. So understanding what is the misinformation either about your company, if you're a government entity, about your particular areas of interest, avoiding costly mistakes, so actually making sure that a specific task is completed to fruition and that there's no issues with something that was done when we can analyze a video feed, or even for large media companies today, potentially how they monetize their video assets and automating processes that help them generate more revenue from the video assets that they have, either live or digital. And the way that now I'm going to describe to you how we actually create vRPA processes. So there's a 4-step process when we build vRPA at Vidrovr. The first is video ingestion. You would not believe how many times early on in the life cycle of the company, I would go into a business, they would have videos that they wanted some information taken out of, and it was technically so difficult to get them to actually send it to our platform. To solve that problem, we've built something called the Vidrovr feed system. A client needs to simply come into our platform, go to our graphical user interface, and almost instantaneously, you can say, go watch this YouTube channel, go watch this television feed, go watch this Facebook feed. And we're able to, in real time, process and get that information directly into our platform. We're providing our clients not only the capability to understand the video content, but also to collect the massive amount of video content that they couldn't do on their own. That's why the Vidrovr feed system is so powerful. Once we get into these middle two components, that's where our bread and butter is. Our team is, I met my co-founder while we were both doing our PhDs at Columbia, and our team is well-versed and some of the world's experts at building multimodal machine learning. What we do is we extract structured knowledge from each of the different types of data coming through that video content, and then we pair it with a really powerful knowledge base. I'll tell you a little bit about how we started using those later on in the presentation, but we can extract these really interesting relationships from video content. Something like Paul Buchanan is inspecting a Lufthansa engine using a flashlight. Clients then want to receive either reports or real-time alerts and automation off of that data. For example, if you wanted to receive a Slack alert every time that the engine was inspected, you can do that through our platform. If you want to receive an email, if you want to receive a webhook alert, all of that is possible. If you want to say, run a report at the beginning of every day and tell me exactly when, where, and how this particular airplane engine was inspected via some type of camera feed that we had access to within the manufacturing service, that's also possible. So then we build these business-focused use cases around reporting and automation. And there's 4 key drivers of vRPA that have happened. I've been working on these solutions since 2012, not with Vidrovr, but in general video understanding of video searching and video solutions. But there's 4 key drivers that have really happened over the past 2 years that have made a massive difference. First, industries are becoming incredibly media driven. Companies have more video today and are generating more video today via social channels, television feeds, and or cameras that they're installing within their physical locations than ever before. This is a treasure trove of information that we can be helping businesses become more efficient off of and automating processes that they have around compliance and other related services. The second is video is this beautiful, unobtrusive input. You don't have to change the way people do their jobs or change the way businesses operate to receive video data. It's simply watching, understanding, and then you could leverage that information for doing business processes. The third thing that's really mattered over the past 2 years in particular is we are finally reaching a level of technological maturity where we can process, analyze, and store video at scale. While we were doing this in the late 2010s, no company was truly able to, in real time, analyze the massive amounts of video that was available. With the advent of new GPU technologies and additional deep learning feature extractors, we actually have gotten to the position where we are technologically mature enough to build enterprise-grade solutions. And finally, the fourth thing that's been really impactful for our business is foreign disinformation. So there's a massive amount of information flowing in and around the world, and actually understanding and having a solution that can grasp what's happening across all of that content has been a real strong business driver for the types of solutions that we can build. And when we think about use cases, I'll just go through 2, but there's a plethora of potential use cases for vRPA. These are just 2 that have kind of fun to talk about in the things that we've enabled over the past year. The first is media monitoring. So for organizations like the Alliance for Securing Democracy and the United States DARPA, we provide the largest disinformation and state-sponsored media processing engine in the world. We monitor all of Chinese, Russian, and other state-sponsored media content so that we can have a deep understanding of the type of content that's coming through. But it's not only government agencies that use media monitoring or disinformation tracking tools. If you're a company, you can monitor your brand. Information operations is a new field that's coming through where there are targeted disinformation attacks that aren't just centered at global political entities, but can also be centered at people, companies, and other areas. And Vidrovr is being leveraged for this type of media monitoring and analysis. And when you shift into the real world, you get into geo-enabled situational awareness. We have a massive amount of cameras that are available today to understand, analyze, and kind of figure out what's going on in the world around us. So today we're able to provide government organizations and some private sector companies the capability to, in real time, receive a Slack alert, receive a webhook alert, or actually plot points on a graph that are geo-enabled, situational aware, and very well defined. So say you care about a particular person coming in with a weapon into this particular region. Vidrovr has the capability to understand in a multimodal way how that was generated, what happened in the video, and then provide that real-time alert. So you can take strategic actions, either on an executive level, say this happened this many times, let's change the way we're doing something, or on a real-time perspective and actually make a strategic decision really, really quickly. We've grown incredibly rapidly over the last year. That is largely because of the tailwinds that I've just discussed with you about. We're working with some of the largest media companies, government clients, and enterprises in the world today. Dan and I, my co-founder, we met while we were doing our PhDs at Columbia University, which I alluded to. I worked at Google before that and IBM. Dan's been at NASA and other areas. Our team is from top tier tech companies. We have 9 employees today, as well as some of the leading government and financial institutions. We actually started building these solutions in 2012 when we published and won the ACM Grand Challenge Award for the first best video understanding solution worldwide in 2013. And we have multiple patents around the technologies that we're developing. Finally, I have 2 key asks for the audience. First is, while we're building out video RPA, we have a lot of clients that are leveraging the solution for a variety of different use cases. And in Q4 2021, to make that even easier for them, we are launching Vidrovr Actions. Vidrovr Actions is a no-code vRPA that completely removes the needs for APIs or really complicated integrations. If you want something based on when something happens in a video, you want an alert in Slack, we can give that to you. Do you want a complete spreadsheet sent to Google Sheets every time, 9 o'clock in the morning, detailing a bunch of different data that you care about for your business? We can give that to you as well. And so we're looking for we're building out a beta cohort for using Vidrovr Actions, and that's starting and launching in Q4. So please come and talk to me if you're interested in that. And then the second one is we're growing. I need lots of help. We're hiring. We have 3 core values: intellectual curiosity, mission-driven, and outcome-focused. So please check out our open career pages for any open roles there. And we've made a bunch of hires over the past year, and we're excited to get to know you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Joe, so much for that presentation. Unfortunately, that took us through our whole time. So questions we will have to forward to you after the demo day. Thank you all so much for joining us. We really appreciate you attending our demo day. We hope you are really excited about the portfolio companies that you saw present, and be on the lookout for the recording so that you can watch your favorite pitches and share it with the investor and startup community. Thanks again. I'm Laura, and we appreciate you attending Outlander's demo day. Thanks. Bye.